Hi, this is Angela Johnson with the Virtual Reiki Clinic, and I'm doing a reading for our healers for the week of May 1st, 2022. I pulled 3 cards. The first is what is coming up to be healed. The second is what needs to be left alone, so what's not needing to be healed at this time. And the third is what are the next right steps. So, in the first position, what is coming up to be healed? We have the Moon card. It's gorgeous. This card is a very internal card. It's a card that's asking us to go within and to start looking at the emotions and the feelings and the thoughts that aren't necessarily allowed to be expressed. When you're in the sunlight, when you're in the day, everything is illuminated. When you're walking around at night, even if it's a full moon, there are things that are hidden. It can't help it. It's not the sun. So there's a sense of us being asked to go within, to be comfortable not knowing all of the answers, not having all the facts in front of us. We need to have our intuition. This is a card also of intuition, because things are hidden. You have to start going off of what things feel instead of what you know. And in order to do that, because what I was drawn to was just how soothing going underneath the water felt when I looked at the card this time, and just wanting to go deeper and deeper. So it's a gentle journey, not like taking a crowbar and ripping apart everything and digging down deep in a violent, sudden way, but just sort of she's just sort of floating down to the bottom, not really kicking everything up, but just sort of becoming a part of the environment underneath that water. And I think that's what we're being asked to do this week, is to really kind of not fight it, like let ourselves sink in and see what is there, what's swimming around us, what wants to come up to be healed, that we might, or express, that we might not necessarily feel comfortable usually touching on. Now, what is not being needed to be healed this week, we have the Hermit upside down. Now, these are two major, I just threw the card. These are two major arcana cards. So these are major movements to our soul. These are big pieces of furniture in the room that we are potentially moving around this week, okay? So be okay being uncomfortable. Now, what's not being asked to be healed, what you should not feel guilty about this week, is the Hermit upside down. When the Hermit is right side up, he or she is retreating from society and cocooning in order to hear that message from within. When your Hermit is upside down, it can mean ignoring what's going on, but because of what we're asking it to define for us is what doesn't need to be healed. I'm looking at the other meaning, which is sometimes when the Hermit retreats for a purpose. It's intentional. You can also get the Hermit upside down when you are hiding, when you're not actually going within intentionally, you're just hiding from the world. Well, this week, you may feel like you're hiding from the world. That's okay. It's in our position of, you know what, you don't need to touch this, you don't need to solve this week. It's going to probably feel like you're hiding. That's okay. Because this takes time and space. You can't, when you want to sink to the bottom of something, you got to sink. You can't jet propel yourself down. So don't feel guilty about that. Don't rush it. Now, what are the next right steps? And this all ties in so beautifully. 2 of Wands. And you can see she's looking out into the world. She's got a model of the world right there. She knows what she wants to create now, or she has an idea. That's what that globe is. It's sort of a model of what she wants to create. Now she's looking out and visualizing it, getting that inspiration. So this is also an internal card. So these are 3 sort of passive cards in the sense that you're not actively going out there. She's not actively making connections and putting feelers out there the way you would in the Three of Wands. This is the Two of Wands. It's at the daydream stage. When you learn what the moon teaches you and you give yourself permission, like the Hermit upside down wants to give you, then the Two of Wands is showing you it's time to visualize. Don't go right into action. The action this week is to daydream, is to visualize, is to see what does the world look like after I've gone within and really touched and expressed some things that have not been allowed to be released yet. Okay? I hope this helps. As always, thank you so much for the work you have done on the nurses. You are amazing. If you've stumbled across this video and you're wondering what nurses, what virtual clinic, we are a virtual Reiki clinic and we send remote healing to the nurses. We started off during the pandemic and we are still going strong. And if you are interested in joining us, we would love to talk to you. Again, that's the virtual Reiki clinic. So either way, even if you're not a healer and you stumbled across this card reading, thank you for being here. And for our healers, thank you for all you do. Have a great week.